Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. Excuse me. Okay, here I am again. We got the Muslims and Christians also to see for themselves and decide. These religions, they're man-made, as some have told me, Hindu friend. But what I see is that these are mind-made from the mind. Although Allah says, for the Muslims now, Allah says in which surah ayat, use your, those who do not use their intellect, right? Allah will put abomination on them, writs on them, making you impure. But then you have to see where you can use your mind and where the mind fails to understand. For example, here it will come in this live stream. I'll just, open my comment section, live chat. Okay, it will come here in the live afterwards. So we're on this ayat, the part here of Surah. I haven't made my notes here. Surah, where is it? Surah Azab, ayat 59. So this is the tafsir. Oh, gotta get the ayat. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just open it here. Again, Surah 33, ayat 59. Then go to the tafsir. It says here, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to bring down over themselves of their outer garments. That is more suitable, that they will be known and not be abused. And ever is Allah forgiving and merciful. So we're on this part now, right? Not be abused. They will be known, not to be abused. Let's see how I put it here. Title. So that you would not be molested, harmed. Yeah, the believing women would not be molested or harmed, abused. Sahih International's translation of this ayat, the word used, molested, used by Maududi, and Yusuf Ali uses molested also, word by word in English. Quran.com uses harmed, so that you would not be harmed. So on this, let's figure this out. Like, what does this mean? Right? So that the believing women would not be harmed. But what about the non-believing women? Will they be? Are they allowed to be harmed in Islam? I mean, by the Muslims and all. So I have to had to go to the tafsir of this ayat. Surah, this ayat. So this verse instructs free women to observe hijab. The Sharia of Islam took a function. Some people, some tafsir, some Muslims, religious scholars, how shall I put it, think that the ayat after this, 60, is for those massacre them completely, like those who abuse believing women. Some say no, the Shias have a different opinion. Oh, sorry, belief on this, belief, interpretation. You see this, first of all, let me get this out of the way. Protected through their own standing as far as the matter of bondwomen is concerned. The protection of the chastity and honor is as much necessary in Islam as that of free women, but it could not be carried out except by using the legal authority. But does the ayat say this? Protection for the bondwomen. It's only for the believing women. So the next verse spells out, and for the women of Prophet Muhammad, right? So the next verse spells out. So now they go to that ayat. We will incite you, those hypocrites and those in whose hearts is a disease, and the rumor mongers, if they do not cease from what? Allah doesn't say, right? Also, that ceasing from what? So some have taken it here to mean cease from molesting the women, believing women. And some here, bond women are also to be protected. So this also. So we'll see if the bond women Quran ayat, this Quran ayat really tells us that the bond women would be protected or not. Doesn't seem like it through this Quran ayat, but it could not be carried out except by using the legal authority. So the next verse spells out that those who violate the law will not be forgiven, meaning wherever they're found killed in Medina, massacred with a complete massacre. You get it? Surah 33, ayat 60 and 61. We will incite you against them and all this. So this is what provide so caught and killed. In fact, as and where they are found, they will be caught and killed. Excuse me. Wherever they are found, caught and killed. Some believers, some religious scholars, and whose tafsir is this? This is, let me show you. Ma'arif al Quran. Let's go to so this and this is Ibn Qatir's tafsir on this ayat. So this part of the ayat, let's see. That was the way. So this they carry it forward. But in the Shia tafsir, we don't see this explanation like in the Sunni tafsir by Ibn Khatir and all Ma'arif al Quran. Means with regard to what happened previously during the days of Jahiliyyah when they did not have any knowledge about this. So stern warning to the evil hypocrites. And these hypocrites, are in Islam, right? You're Muslims. Not the polytheist hypocrites. Draw the jalabib over the bodies now. They call it, the Arabs here call it jalab, jalabia, I think. So he covered this, his face and head. Okay, so he's describing how to cover himself. The man is Sirin. Muhammad bin Sirin said, I asked Ubaidah, okay, Ubaidah Salami about that. And so the man, the Prophet himself didn't show this. I don't know why. You see, all these things are in so uh, when to use the mind and when to use our what without the mind, uh, seeing insight. Uh, okay, let me show you another tafsir. I'm getting confused here. I've opened another QuranX.com, right? Tafsir on Surah 33 at 59. What it says here, like those who do not, where is it? This is an appropriate way by adopting which Muslim men will be which Muslim women will be recognized and will remain safe from trouble. Only for Muslim women. Evidently, this instruction is being given to those women who regard flirtation and stares and evil advances by men as annoying and troublesome and not as enjoyable, who do not want to be counted among ill reputed, immodest society girls, immodest society girls, but wish to be known as chaste and modest domestic women. So those who don't do this are inviting their ill reputed, immodest society girls who enjoy, oh, who are inviting, who don't care whether the men actually give them evil advances, flirt with them, and stare at them, right? That's what it means. Oh my God. So, can you understand? Can you see this? Hmm? And so some of the Muslims can go doing this to those secular women, those non-Muslims, right? Christians have, they are in denial or something. How long? Christians have this in Corinthian. I've read it long time ago in the Bible, but I never spoke about this, discussed it with any Christian, because in our religion, and it's just not ethical etiquette. Talking to the Christians about this, just know your religion, I thought, and live your religion as much as you can sincerely. So, but any woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered disgraces her head, for it is one and the same thing as having a shaved head. For if a woman will not cover her head, she would cut off her hair. She should cut off her hair. But if it is disgraceful for a woman to have her hair cut off or her head shaved, she should cover her head, for a man should not have his head covered, since he is the image and glory of God. But the woman is the glory of the man. The woman is not the image and glory of God. The woman is the glory of the man. For man did not come from woman, but woman from man, right? Adam's rib. Neither was man created for the sake of woman, but woman for man. And for this reason, a woman should have a symbol of authority on her head because of the angels. Symbol of because of the angels or because of this man, they have to be obedient. The symbol of authority is the man, right? So what the Christians skip out, I just want to tell you that all these religions I'm trying to show you is that the man, their mind made. Even Christianity has this. Corinthian 1, chapter 11, verses I read out now. Well, how many were there? 4, 5, no, 6, 4, 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, then I think I read out 10, beloved. Yes. Okay? So you see, the Christianity has the same thing. And they tell me to read in context. Come on, the Christians, that I've read it out of context. Isn't this very clear? Right? So this means, okay, going to Shia Tafsir also. Seems like, you see, what is this? Again, in the Shia, uh, now I went to Surah 24, ayat 30, because there on, it says the tafsir under this ayat in question and this part, Surah 33, ayat 59, right? This part of Surah 33, ayat 59. I had to come here. The Shia's Shia tafsir said, come here. So Surah 24, ayat 30, looking at this tafsir, the rule of modesty, like Puya Ali commentary, right? So the rule of modesty applies to men as well as women. Huh. Very good, yeah. It is man as the stronger sex who ignites the flame of passion into woman. So he is addressed first to observe the rules of discipline mentioned in these verses, not to look freely at the faces of the women who are not his sisters, daughters. What if his sisters and daughters were beautiful? Mothers, wives, and what if the the uncle, the nephew, uncle's wife is beautiful, or the father's uh, other wife, apart from his mother, for the son is beautiful, right? So Islam is not practical. The daughters, mothers, or wives. You know why I say because they're beautiful? What if they're beautiful? Because it will come later. I'll show you the sex stimulation and what the women can do also. Seduce how they're the lust coming up here. It says it's the fundamental injunction to put a complete ban on the lusting with the eyes. Now, how important is the lusting with the eyes, which serves as a most powerful agency, most powerful agency for the prevention and control of sexual crimes. So now who's asked to cover their more? Women. Men are only told cast down their looks and guard their private parts. But women are told to cover themselves. So, and moreover, here the Shias have given most importance to the lust of the eyes, which is the most powerful agency. The lust of the eyes is the most powerful agency. So the women should control themselves, right? And maybe not even bring out their what is this? Voices. The way in which sense perceptions also give rise to sex stimulation can hardly be overrated. Islam does not allow free and unrestricted intermingling of the sexes. It insists upon segregation of the sexes and bans. Altogether, lewd audio. Okay, lewd audio, meaning women's voices can come out. Only lewd audio. This would regarding like if we from the very beginning, like if eyes are the most powerful agency for lusting and causing sexual crimes, then women are not even supposed to bring out their voices on audio, or I mean voices and video presentation of life, even the video presentation of life, real as well as imaginary. It completely bans every form of nudity. Like even the voice coming out would be for a woman being nude. No, no. Lewd. Oh, sorry. Lewd audio and video. Lewd. It depends, really. Because if you're saying here that the eyes are the most important agent, powerful agents for us, right? For lusting, then all this is like prevention, lewd, or whatever leads to this lewd audios and videos, even if we're talking about the lives or talking on like something like this, I am doing, bringing our voices out against human rights violations and teaching, as teachers, Muslim teachers, female. Islam will not allow this then, right? Because there is a thing, danger of your voice, like these Muslims coming here and saying your voice, oh, I have to this and that, right? They were harassing me, or just for harassment, or what, doing this to me. Get it? So intimidating me, harassing me like this, so that sexual harassment, unwanted such things, intimidation. What is this? Look at this. I mean, this also on account of the different. Okay, let's continue. On account of the differentiation of the sexes in nature, temperament, and social life, a stricter discipline is required for women than for men. So it gives the man the, you know, power over the woman. He can come here, these Muslim men, and do this to us, intimidate the woman. Gives a man more power. Like God has not told the man to control his voice. Okay, lewd audio and video presentation of life bans. Yeah, lewd. Okay, I can see that. But eyes, if eyes are the most powerful agents for lusting and being seduced, and these sense perceptions give rise to sex stimulation, right? Cannot be overrated. This means that you should, even the women, these poor women are supposed to stay away. Some Muslim religious scholars and men will say, and the husbands will say, no, no, I don't want you to the women. See, I don't want you to even take your voice out. Come on social media and don't pick the phone up until I'm sure that your friend, your female friend, has called you. You know, it's not my friend. Maybe in Saudi Arabia, Iran, or where. And moreover, even in Pakistan and in other Muslim countries, if a husband, what did Prophet Muhammad say? The Holy Prophet has strongly disapproved the women who do not keep their bodies clean and attractive for their husbands or give false excuses to avoid the fulfillment of the husband's desires. False excuses, yeah. He has also condemned the husbands, although the Quran gives the right to go into your wives, whether what false excuses? Even valid excuses will not be heard by the. But some might say that by the husbands from their wives, valid excuses to fulfill their husband's desires. They are your tilt, go into them. Surah Baqarah ayat. So he has also condemned the husbands who allow their wives to display the beauty of their bodies to others. Bodies, meaning face also. Okay, body in body would come face, fingers, hands. What would come in the body? Feet, 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 heels. I was told by someone, a Sunni Muslim, that if you show your heel, I don't know, is that true? Has anyone found a heel meaning you, if a man sees a woman's part of the heel, foot, you know, the foot part of the foot part, heel, it means that you have fornicated. You have allowed fornication or you have fornicated. I don't know. I've never heard that. I read it in Islamic sources. But this is what some Muslims believe. So you have to, women, you have to wear socks because if you know, some of your Muslim women also believe this. There's a hadith or something. Showing your heel is like you have fornicated, showing your heel to a man, na mahram. So this, and then what does this Shia commentary go on saying? In another tradition, it is stated that the Holy Prophet has advised all wives, to obey the instructions of their husbands, no matter what the circumstances are. No matter what the circumstances are, because obedience and faithfulness unto the husbands would earn forgiveness of the sins they have committed. And it's the same case in the Christian, you know, a woman is a part of a man. That's why she's the glory of the man and not God. She's not the image and glory of God. Man is the image and glory of God. And that's why the woman has to wear this head covering during where, okay, you know, in church or during prayer and all this. But the main part is, right, is that woman is under man. If the Christians use this, they should not. At least see their Corinthian. Wherever it is, church or prayer or whatever, or they're married and they have to cover their heads. Uh, but women are generally, this is generally in the Corinthians, right? I showed you. Women, man has authority over women. Their women, their wives, and a woman is a part of from man. Man is not from woman. But this goes on. So at least in this, don't let the Christians take the upper hand and play with this. Now I don't know what the Christians are following on this. That our women are free. And man has no authority over woman. Equality is there. Don't know what the Christians are doing on this particular topic or point stated in the Corinthians. Okay, now look at this, right? So, no matter what circumstances are, because obedience and faithfulness unto the husbands would earn forgiveness of sinners. Sins, so your sins, women, your sins will be what all the time sin, 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 sin. This is what goes on. Sorry, my whole body has been hurting. Reading more of like it hurts more, and then I have to like don't know how I've come here at this time reading this after reading this. This is very like I feel, very distinct to it. Akam Edipuya says these verses contain the legislation regarding modesty in dress. Uh, just body adorned or men were mentioned. Influence of Western civilization, yeah, not Christian civilization, huh? Should not be adorned as to stimulate sexual desire. And oh, look at this now. Oh, then Akamed is saying that Surah, the verse 31 is they have to cover the bodies except face, hands from the wrist and feet, including ankles. Some say this, but they should not be adorned as to stimulate sexual desire when they go out of their homes. What natural laws? Please bring in natural laws. See, so as I told you that this in any event, what the Muslim women are doing under the influence of Western civilization is against the tenets of Islam. And let the Muslims come and harass us and all this. Even the ex-Muslim women, they can harass, troll, and God knows what they can do. Threaten, trolling now. They've stopped Lubna. Lubna should, okay, Lubna had to stop. It was, but you know, then apostate Layla has come. So now they've for Lubna, she spoke out. I'm very grateful, very happy to see this. And you know what? Now the trolls have gone on apostate Layla. That's not me, huh? That's the name I wanted to change to from Zahara to Layla. That's not me. So she's mashallah, very beautiful, mashallah, and all this, and you know, you see, but trolling her. So her video, I was just watching it recently uploaded. Trolls, come here. Candid with Lubna bullied into silence. Trolls. So this, oh, no, sorry, that was a mistake. So Candid with Lubna bullied into silence, apostate Layla. Trolls look for new target after dot 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 apostate Layla. Now they're trolling Layla, apostate Layla. Oh my God. Please help. Um, so we need to, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Trolling. See, but this, so what is the, no, wait a minute. Another thing, again, see, for the women, no only punishment for leaving Islam, for the wives of the Prophet, and hands honorably. Some put it, Maududi put it honorable way, release you. This means they've left. They've left, right? You can even read Surah 33 ayat 29 after this ayat. The believing women, the believing wives, if you should desire Allah and His messenger and the home of the hereafter, then indeed Allah is prepared for the doers of good among you a great reward. Oh, the point I forgot. And release you here with the honor. This I showed, I worked out from Surah 33, ayat 28, taking this ayat, that they have left Islam. So, will the hypocrites go and molest them and all this when the Prophet Muhammad is saying, I will release you in an honorable way? Moreover, before this, I will make some provision for you. Maybe you don't have to rely on it. First, make your life very good, showing very good. But look, Surah 11, ayat 15. Whoever desires the life of this world and its adornment will be in the fire of hell, meaning, and worthless, lost would be all their deeds. So this makes these wives who, if they seek the world and its embellishments, apostates, right? So this from here, and so, uh, Shia commentary has not even addressed those bondwomen who would be molested, but this Islamic law against the sexual abuse helplines in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Islamic views on concubinage. What is the ruling on intimacy with slave? And can you harass and molest? And so we look at this verse, right? So they haven't addressed it either. Can't see it. Can the bondwomen be molested? Oh, the ayat before Surah 33, ayat 59 is that if anyone annoys, Surah 33, ayat 58, don't abuse believing men and women and believing women for other than what they have earned. So, yes, the non believers, if they have earned some some crimes against or human rights violations against the non-Muslims, they can harm them, bring, and they you can go through the law, right? What they have earned, and then certainly they bear false accusation and sin manifest. What the believing men and women have earned it. So then you can abuse, harm them. You do not. Oh, the same word is used, harm. Some say molest. So, oh, Uduna is used in Surah 33 at 59, so that they would not be harmed. So that you, believing women and the Prophet's daughters and all, would not be harmed. Same word is used. Sorry, Yuzuna. Now, you see, some Muslim would think that they can molest and all this, troll and threaten the lives of ex-Muslims, even disbelievers. So, like for due to this being very this ayat, right? So that you would not be harmed. This part of the ayat suitable for you. Oh, this is you, Dane. Sorry, it's my fault. So, of course, going through trial and error, I'm not completely, uh, I'm just checking sometimes where checking needs to be done. Oh, so this could mean molested, harmed, abused, maybe has a wide connotation. So some Muslims can do this, even their own, how shall I say it, your Muslim tafsirs, you're not united in this. And the Shias have not addressed this part and the part where can the infidels, let's look at the infidel women rights. Infidel women uh, molest, assaulted. So there are also different views on this, I guess. Some say no, some say yes, some are still asking, some don't know. Infidel women assaulted by Muslims. The Christians, remember I showed you that raped, beaten, and sold. Yazidi women tell of ISIS abuse. Christian women in the Muslim world. Remember this? I had come to Comitato Comitato. Did I lose the? Yeah, I lost it. So it is hard to predict what will be the. Oh God, touch system. Sorry, excuse me. It is hard to predict what will be of Christian women living in the Muslim world. Their therefore is linked to the future of the Christian minority. So I can't get this word. Their is their what is linked to the future of the Christian minority and the status of women therein, even disbelieving women and polytheist women and Hindu women and all this perhaps improving, including them. Improving education for the whole population can have a crucial role. So, what to do? I think they're saying this to enhance discrimination against religious minority groups in these Muslim countries was as new laws, criminal discrimination based criminal as new laws criminalize discrimination based on religion and constitutions. Maybe the translation is a little because I think it's in Italian. So, and constitution amendments can be very important to halt Christian predicament in including in many Muslim countries, but that of Christian women. There are a few studies aimed at detailing the condition of Christian women living in Muslim majority countries. This is mainly to the what center of okay, the translation is not that good, so sorry, and I'm kind of not that well to properly, Christian women twice vulnerable. Like I was in that live stream of some days ago, and I'm counting because the effect is on me. I feel like I've been a little raped. You see, Pakistan was my country. I was like my second country. Actually, UAE was my second country. Pakistan was my first country. I was brought up there. My mother was Pakistani. So I have the right to go there and say things and say also bring out the. Actually, there are people who are saying religion is the cause of all this between Pakistan. It's not that India is an enemy of Pakistan, right? And it would attack just like that. India wanted to attack the Pakistani terrorists. So religion has to come in. So I brought religion in there. And then these men, Arbo telling me, Arbo with a double A, starting with a double A for Arbo. Oh, go to sleep, sister. And then he's flirting. And there, it's actually, I felt like little raped. And then I found out what thing is going on, who they are, right? Who's Okay, then I was like, oh no, this is an Indian, and I went against Indians also. This is an Indian channel on YouTube, not a website channel. So it's called this also. I have to. So look at this, right? So inside the Muslim world, we look at this. Come back to this first. Going back to that channel. Let me. I've searched it out, and I went deep into it because I was thinking maybe the Indians are doing this to give a bad name to Pakistanis, or they're going too far now. We can't trust anyone, so I had to check this channel. It is a Pakistani channel. It also has Zalmi from Peshawar, right? So there's a Zalmi who comes here with an X, and I thought, and I went to the WhatsApp website. Oh, sorry, not WhatsApp website, but WhatsApp number. What am I saying? Sorry, where's that? So there's this DRM News channel. I think this. No, no, sorry. It's the Talk Show Central by DRM on YouTube. Full highlights. Urdu, Karachi, Kings versus Peshawar, Zalmi. Hmm. Yeah, this is the channel, right? But not that I was, not the live stream that night I was on, where I was molested sexually, verbally, but like it's terrible. Peshawar, Zalmi. I mean, ये लोग ऐसे पाकिस्तान मुझे तो ऐसा sickness होने लगी last night कि मैं किसी पाकिस्तानी को देखूं नहीं. I'm very sensitive. I've become sensitive because of the things on me. मुझे तो ऐसा देना था इनको. Yeah, so this is a Pakistani Peshawar, a Pakistani website talk shows central by. Mm, mm, mm. Zalmi. So Zalmi spoke about my hair and this and that. ये पाकिस्तानी इतने, like I can say this right against Pakistan. ये पाकिस्तानी इतने चीप रहे हैं कि हद से ज्यादा. और पाकिस्तानी तुम लोग कहाँ मर गया हो, like सोए हुए हो दूसरे वाले. You should get up. एक इंसान उठता है तो उसको क्या करते हैं. अभी इनका ये जल्मी का ये वो है. अरे क्या cool cool t-shirts and all this. Cool नहीं है. I'm just joking. Kidding. क्या क्या stupid nonsense. So yeah, sorry. I knew on this, if I talk, I will be fuming, raging in anger. I've had enough being brought up in Pakistan. I could have come to my father's country or gone to London and lived there. Right? Anyways, I think Balochistan has gained independence. I'm not sure if the world is accepting it. Google, I checked. I found this website on, oh, sorry, again, I'm saying website, this live stream. Balochistan, congratulations. I mean, I had no words that time. I didn't want to comment there because there were these people again, like this Arbo and pen sketches and all, right? After Hindu, on this. उनके ये अक्ल है या क्या है, क्या बोलते हैं, attitude, क्या teasing, क्या tantalizing, the way they tantalize and tease. And, so I've been molested sexually, little rapists after me. I kept my mouth shut. Sorry, I couldn't help that person who was being bullied or whatever he teased. on this channel. Let me show you. Balochistan, I think independently, whether the word Pakistan accepts it or not, or Google, Republic of Balochistan announced by News X Live. So this particular YouTube channel and live stream has announced the independence of Balochistan, whether anyone accepts it, the world accepts it or not, they have accepted it and announced it on their channel, right? And it's buffering here again. Okay, no buffering. Let me bring it back. See if it. Let's go to the channel. न्यूज़ एक्स लाइव। अच्छा, मुझे तो बिल्कुल कल रात को तो जाना ही नहीं था। मुझे ऐसा वो महसूस हो रहा था, घबराहट, डिप्रेशन जैसे किसी का, लाइक वो जैसे पाकिस्तान में आई वाज फीलिंग अगेन इन ईयर 2000 लाइव। तो लेकिन मुझे एक पाकिस्तानी का चैनल मिला एंड शी स्पोकन अबाउट लुबना, सो आई हर्ड दैट, वरना तो मुझे इतनी घिन आ रही थी। सॉरी, वो मेरा बहुत पर्सनल एक बहुत वो प्रॉब्लम है। बलोच लीडर मीर यार बलोच रिशेस। अच्छा, दिस इज गोइंग ऑन लाइव। तो which one did I see last night? जब उसको फिर go to the channel and live. Here, this one. Republic of Balochistan announced. Watch how a new independent nation looks. Please help Balochistan, support them, please. So this channel. तो मुझे, I'm sorry, I couldn't help that poor Hindu. Although he it was, if this poor Hindu was a female, then and you know they don't. The other thing is that this the channels, they don't stop them from harassment and all this. डरते हैं क्या कि we have the right to say against Pakistan and Pakistanis things of human violations. Allah ne kaha hai, it is incumbent upon us to save the messenger and the believers even. तो जहाँ पे भी wrong, wherever this wrongdoing, तो ये ना बिल्कुल ये मुसलमान Islamophobe और ये वो रख देते हैं blame there's no Islam. Come on, Islamophobe? I don't think so at all. The ayah, the Quran, there's no right for the disbelievers except going to hell. Even the good deeds will be finished, forgotten. They haven't done any good deeds in this world nor in the hereafter. They can enjoy as far as they want to, but the Muslims, where would the Muslims allow them to enjoy, the disbelievers, this life? And then we have in Surah Baqarah ayat, where is it? That, oh, you pray 5 times a day, kunut, in your second rakat, oh Allah. So you also enjoy the life of this world, right? The beauty. Surah 2, ayat 201, the Muslims. There are others who say, our Lord, grant us what is good, hasanatan, wa fil akhirati hasanatan, wa qina azabun nar. Not only of this world, but of the next world, good. And keep us safe and protected from the chastisement of the fire. Surah 2, ayat 201. So this, you see, how unfair. The Muslim thing, let them enjoy the good. And when they go abroad or they try to prevent them from enjoying the way they want to enjoy life, right? Without encroaching on upon other people's rights. They're not violating. They're just enjoying going to the beach, swimming, this, that, and wearing bikini or swimsuit. They're enjoying in their own way life, having sun tanning and all this, and they would be prevented now or molested by the Muslims who go there. So, ye kya? What is this? In the UK, it is an invasion. I found a video. Invasion by the Muslims. Mosques, ministers, this are Muslims. Ministers in Birmingham minister and this minister and that minister in the Great Britain is a Muslim. It is an invasion. How many mosques are built on in the UK? What are you doing? Muslim Pakistanis and all. In the UK. We want Great Britain. We want the way Great Britain was, whether it's a Protestant from the religious side and the state is secular. Leave them alone. We are with you, Great Britain. We want your freedom. So you can, moreover, you can have. You're praying for a good life and the year good in the year after, but of course a good life. But according to your religion, you would say, but let the others live, enjoy their lives, have a good life as they see it fit. Non-Muslims, for the non-Muslims, please. What is this really? You know, like so most of the Muslims, you would say, don't. Why are you criticizing and why are you showing the bad side? Because the good side is quiet. The good side mostly doesn't say anything. And most of them are where? The women are inside. Please, since, most of, that's why they're quiet. They don't say a word. Pakistanis, gang rapists, I call them, not grooming gang, Pakistani Muslims in the UK, Great Britain. Lubna wanted to talk about the sister, Lubna, but I was trying to, and they shut her up. Although this Pakistani lady, you see, again, I see that, yes, she can say she has the right. I see, I didn't even comment there. I don't believe in this. So it's unfiltered with Angie, right? But you see, India Pakistan tensions, what no one is brave enough to say. But her view is sorry to put, I haven't put a comment there. You see, I didn't even like the video. And she's spoken about Lubna to Lubna for Lubna. But then she said that, Lubna talks like, I don't agree to Lubna. She said that also in things, certain things. So you can watch a video on Lubna and the real story behind India Pakistan tensions. My sister Angie. There's lots that I can say. See, the bad we have, it is like what the women not allowed. And India is not attacking Pakistan. And please speak about, say that, the ones who have been 26, 27 Bharatis or 25 and one Nepalese, our heart goes out to them, right? Your heart. And India has not done colonialization. Look at the also look at the good part of India, right? India has not taken Kashmir. It's Muslims who took Kashmir. India was never. Pakistan was Sindh, part of Sindhu, Sindh. What do you say it? Indus. It was It was India, Bharat. Kashmir. They were allowed to. Kashmiri Muslims were allowed to. Why did Modi put an end to this, or what is it? Because they, our Muslims have been ungrateful. They have been totally ungrateful. They don't. Pandits ko kya kiya Kashmir mein? What did they do to the Kashmiri Pandits, the Muslims? You see that also, bring that into view. Just showing one video, which is for Pakistan or for the Muslim Kashmiris against India, would not do. Please, we need to be fair and square. And I don't know how to put it right properly, so that's why I refrained also. Another reason why, and because we all have a right to say our thing. So listen to her, but I didn't like her this video or live stream a video. So she's spoken. eh, yes, she said this. In this, she's right. Angie, unfiltered with Angie. Sister Angie is right that everyone should have, as a Muslim, she's a Muslim lady, everyone should have the right to speak. Although she doesn't agree to everything Lubna says, and neither do I, or what her way, maybe, or that she still hasn't left Islam. And it's confusing. Why? Like I was, but it's not none of my business then, right? As long as she's, look, she's talking. Then I was telling myself, I corrected myself. You see, so I, I can correct myself. It's not the end of the world here. That I can correct myself for a ayat that I have, didn't take it properly or something, misinterpreted it, right? Or part of that. I can make mistakes and correct myself. I'm not a professional or newscaster or something coming here. And this also, the things that I'm mostly right about on this, you see, Quran ayats and all, how many contradictions. See that. You will, okay, the things I'm not correct about, or you will call me a liar on that. And, that's not right, right? And we can through trial and error, for God's sakes. My live streams are like this. I'm allowed to make mistakes. And so look at the where I haven't made mistakes, and it's sure that this is a contradiction, or this is unfair, or this is a misrepresentation by Allah in Quran ayats, and how many crooked ayats, and how many ayats which are obscure, not clear enough. And then what happens between the Muslims, even see what effect it has, and on your own Muslims. Our hearts go out to, um, right? So please, you have to. I'm sorry, but if you're coming here, you have to get used to my style and my way that I've chosen. It's not the end of the world, like I'll be punished from through trial and error and all this. But where I'm right, you don't point to that and you point to the wrong. And my suspicions you call, oh, she's lying. Or my interpretation, or first they use these deceptive things should not be used. Means against me. You see what deceptive tactics are used. Okay, back to the thing, right? Topic. So what I found out for that this also shows that this is mind. The shame. Okay, now now some Muslims will say that these Muslims, no, sorry, these non-Muslims who haven't covered themselves, they are what? Practically like they enjoy, they want attraction, they enjoy. This is not troublesome for them. If someone is flirting with them, ill reputed, immodest. I mean, society girls, like let's say I go out with a t-shirt on, I'm immodest. What is this evident? So look at this is not all Muslims I know would agree to me, but this the problematic Muslims need to see this, right? See the problem in, and you can't. You're still divided, and this becomes a big problem for us who are wearing T-shirts going out. This, I mean, whatever day and age, this is an appropriate way by adopting a body dress, right? So then Allah Himself states, so the reason Allah Himself states the reason for enjoining the command, saying this is an appropriate. You're giving words to Allah. Does it say this? Does Allah say, oh, that they will not be molested? So, oh, you mean to say the sex girls, which Umar bin Khattab, as a hadith is, I don't know, the Shias don't, whether believe in it or not, that their breasts were jingling, naked, half naked, kept by the Muslims of that time, Prophet Muhammad also. It's in Umar bin Khattab's narration. Now, you see, this is extremely problematic for us. And the good Muslims, uh, uh, very good, very good. But you are, I have to talk about this. Good Muslims? Good Muslims can be those Muslims who will harass us, who regard flirtation and stares and evil advances by men as annoying and troublesome. Is given to those women who regard, oh, so if we go out in a T-shirt for Western clothes, you know what I mean? I was in pain before coming here reading this. Too much pain. I'm already in pain. But you see, this evil advances by men as annoying and troublesome and not as enjoyable. Like we are in T-shirt, we're inviting this. No, we're not. I know your Allah is false. I can go out in shorts. I was in Karachi American School wearing shorts during my early teenage years too. It is not because I wanted all this. Oh, you can say that the men will be, men are weak, but you can't say that women are going to, just a minute, please, enjoy women who do not cover themselves like this with the way Allah has told them to cover, will be enjoying, wanting this. They're inviting this and moreover enjoying it. There is a love story, Romeo and Juliet. Juliet meaning, like if Juliet went out wearing a dress, mini dress, this doesn't mean she's enjoying. She's faithful to her lover Romeo. वो उनकी अमानत है. Like they both are each other's, right? Meaning amanat yang kya, both of them are each other's amanat. Belong. Who dare? Who should? Who should? Who must? This is an appropriate way by adopting which the Muslim women will be recognized and will remain safe from trouble. But excuse, and the ill-reputed immortal, ये किसने लिखा है? You see? Oh, there's Jalal Jalalain, Qatir ibn al-Qatir. ये अच्छा मौदूदी फिर और सब मौदूदी ने लिखा है. Maududi has written this. This is Maududi's tafsir on Surah 33 at 59. Can you believe it? So I didn't find this stuff. Oh, did I? In the other, maybe I did. I don't know. Anyways, let's not. I don't want to complicate it. Don't say. Quran.com. That's Marif al that is Maududis. Oh, Maududis is their female Quran. Acha, acha. Yeah, I think of their female Quran I didn't find in Quran.com. Thank God I came here to QuranX.com. Please see this, ladies, Muslim ladies. Your men can harass us, thinking that we are inviting this. See, and back to what I said. I don't want to read more of this. I've had it. Thank you, QuranX.com, right? Maudud is the female Quran. Surah 33. So, see, I showed you from Corinthian also. Then this is in while praying, but I haven't read the whole thing, but generally see that the women are Christians, you also, right? And from the Christianity side, we have that the woman is the glory of the man. She is not the image and glory of God, but the man is. That's why she needs to cover her head. Maybe this is about married women or even daughters. I haven't read, but generally, okay, generally this. It's not out of context, right? So she's under the authority of a man in Christianity. She doesn't have rights. She doesn't even have the glory and image of God like man has in Christianity, right? So, how shall I show you that this is a mind problem? This is a mind made up religion. Minds have made this up. And mind is the culprit. Mind has good things, but like in the Quran, there are good things. I mean, Surah Dhuha, help and orphans, help the orphans. And then there are the bad things. And this is the mind problem. Because Allah, how can you reach Allah? You can reach Allah, connect with Allah. You can't reach Allah. You can connect with Allah through your prayers 5 times obligatory. After that, you can do zikr, names of Allah, repetition, and all this, right? But Allah has not come like there are some laws of nature, like Allah says that they make a sun and it is a monstrous thing. So let me show you. Whether you should follow the law of nature, like when we're born naked, why should we clothe ourselves? So shall we follow the law of nature like Allah has said that this is against nature, what the Christians say, that the Son of God and may the mountains crumble. So Allah now appeals to what? The natural laws. Mountains crumble, that they ascribe a son to Allah. See, now here in this ayat, Allah is appealing to nature. Huh? But how far does he go with nature, with the human beings, whereby the heavens are almost torn? Heavens are torn, and the earth is split asunder, and the mountains fall in ruins. Surah Maryam at 90 and 91, that they ascribe a son or offspring or children to the most beneficent. Even the nature, heavenly nature also would be torn apart, and earth split, and mountains fall. So now Allah is appealing to nature. And what is your, then ask yourselves, what is your nature? What are your natural rights? You know what I mean? According to nature. Now here Allah is appealing to nature. And then I even got him wrong. Allah, I showed you from Surah Zumar ayat 4 that Allah can have a son. He himself is saying he can if he wants. Then that's not an appeal to nature. Surah Zumar ayat 4. But here he's appealing against nature, like this is against nature. My goodness. So ask yourselves, where sometimes like what are our natural law? According to natural law, what are our rights? We were born naked. Can we then remain naked? Now you see what then mind problem. So where did the problem come? Shame, right? So what is the meaning of shame? You see, problem came from this. Adam and Eve were naked. So we go to the root problem. Root problem, not that the eyes perception. For some who have been brought up in the Western way, okay, there may be adultery, please, but no, they have equal rights. No man will molest or assault them because they left this religion or they said this against criticizing in a what way you call it, in a productive, constructive criticism, in a what was that? Oh, someone used that word recently. I read in a comment, in an objective way, criticizing that men will come here. We don't need this kind of a thing, right? Call me, assault me, call me names and all this, and assault me. And I was seeing for how long will this? It went on and on and on until morning, like how many hours? Until I think just before Fajr namaz here, a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. You know, this consciousness also, it depends on cultural relativity, change. There's you come from a different culture, different cultures. A consciousness can't tell what is wrong or foolish behavior, because if you come from a culture like this, Islam, then for me it's human rights violations to molest me just because I'm criticizing Islam, or I've left Islam and I'm bringing out my voice and all this. So you see, culture, it's not the consciousness that is subject to wrong or foolish behavior. It's how your mind is molded and developed. It's the mind problem, sorry. Oxford Language Dictionary. A painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness. No, you should say the conscientiousness. Conscientious, what is right and wrong in your culture of wrong. No, consciousness has no right and wrong. Oh my God, Oxford. Okay, so okay, let's just humiliation or distress, right? Feeling of human. This is shame, the definition, a painful feeling. Where did it come from? So I had to go to the root problem of this, right? It came from Surah Araf, ayat 22. It tells us, I mean, it didn't come from, sorry, excuse me. Um, so he made them fall. Shaitan made Adam and Eve fall through deception. And when they tasted of the tree, please, okay, tasted of the tree meaning the fruit. Like Allah, why has he put it this way? Tasting the tree. But it's not like put it precisely. I can have gone and tasted the wood or the leaves of the tree, not the fruit. Their private parts became apparent to them, and they began to fasten together over themselves from the leaves of paradise, meaning they were naked. And now, since Shaitan deceived them to taste from this tree, whatever it was, the fruit, or, Allah is not precise about this, the private parts became apparent to them, and they began to fasten together over themselves from the leaves of paradise. The natural law without the sorry, that's now, I don't want to complicate it. Okay, so without the deception of Shaitan and tasting of the tree, where are they? They are naked together, even Adam, and have no shame for being naked. The shame has come after this, right? And the Lord called to them, did I not forbid you from that tree and tell you that Satan is to you a clear enemy, being, right? Open, open enemy. Now you see, even the Bible, Genesis 2:25, verse 25 says, Adam and his wife were both naked. They were both naked and they felt no shame. They felt no shame. Allah, women, why do you want to think Islam is right? And yes, 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 the perception, the eyes, Shias. If eyes are subject to such and such and such lustful, it will creep into you from where you don't know. And now be पर्दे में जाओ, अभी go inside, hijab में जाओ, take your hijab, and God knows what problems. All these problems have come out because it is a mind religion. Allah, God is there, Son of God is there, even in, you see, they were naked. This is not an ayat, this is a Bible. I wish Allah had told you this in Quran like this, like Genesis 2:25 verse. Adam and his wife were both naked and they felt no shame. So I had to take recourse to the Bible, Christian. Oops, now what am I doing? Oops, okay. Mistakes. Huh? Oh, it's Dutch system is quite good here. I cleaned my screen, but I did it before also. And, oh, yeah, shame meaning. So, how to eradicate, how to go back to where you were before taking the apples, or sorry, before taking to the tree. Muslims, Christians. Yeah, so there's a time you don't feel shame. That means it's okay, right? They were, when the angels were asked to bow for Muslims, Adam was naked. Adam was not clothed, but he had flesh. I made, Allah tells Iblis, what made you, you know, go against my command, right? For whom I made with my two hands. Like he's put flesh in on Adam, bones, flesh, all that is there. It's not like Adam was in light form when Allah asked the angels to bow to him. You see, this is where I can point out, at least if I can't show you that properly, and at least in this way, that the mind problem and where the problem, yeah, mind, and how we can go to this part, Genesis. Sorry, there's no Quran ayat on this. But they were naked, right? And they started to stick leaves from paradise. So, coming to Genesis 2, verse 25, Adam and his wife were both naked and they felt no shame. So, there was a time for Adam and Eve to be like this, right? Think about it. Can you be like this here and not have your women cover and then bring these, like, like the, like multilingual, like Shia section? Oh my. Now go to 324. It is the rule of modesty applies to men as well as women. See, the rules of modesty which will not apply to you when you don't use your mind in certain cases, and which cases you don't need to use your mind, and which cases for logic you need to use your mind, for going around, okay, but this deep using your mind, this is the mind problem. It comes from the mind. Guard the private parts. Look down, cast down. Believing men. Surah 24 ayat 30. It is man as the strongest sex who ignites the flame of passion into woman. So he is addressed first to observe the rules of discipline. We don't need rules of discipline. How will discipline come? Read Jiddu Krishnamurti. Try to understand him. Not through like this, the punishments and all. That if adultery, flog them 100 times or what. Oh my God. So can we go there? I felt that Jiddu Krishnamurti, I realized was trying to, oh, there, let's go there. Where Adam and Eve were, Genesis 2:25, where Adam and Eve were naked and didn't feel shame. Can we go there, Muslims, Christians? And I stress on Muslims more now because they're coming to this as if, after Khomeini and what. Before that, we were the Khojas in these were like, they had more like Ismaili. And then I realized, oh, His Highness Aga Khan the Third had asked them not to wear the hijab now. Forget it. But these 12 Shias, we all went back to Khomeini. And later, even in Oman, my Shias, Oman Khoja, okay. So they started to wear hijab and all this. My aunt, who was wearing a sari in Karachi, blouse, sleeveless, holding me. We have a picture, black and white, on my birthday. She's wearing sleeveless. Became a hijabi in her old age. She's lost her husband to another woman and all that. Yet she became a hijabi. So before that, my point was that we were like Ismailis more. We had the effect of Ismailis, Ismaili Islam. And then we became like 12 Shias became like the Sunnis more. The tragedy. And the Sunnis also became more like truth Sunnis, like ISIS, like Taliban and like, sorry, Al Qaeda and all this. Abhi Pathan Bhai was telling us that Afghanis, Taliban and all, they are with India on YouTube channel. Some are still putting on videos against Taliban and all this. No, there were Afghanis in 1976 in London. Oh, Samira auntie, she was so beautiful, tall, and she wore like they were all free, like free to wear what they want, Western clothes. A Muslim, Muslim. Her mother was Sunni Muslim. She met my mother during the hairdressing course. And she told my mother that my daughter, something, can you ask, can you, keep her as a visitor, a guest in your house, like give her what you call it. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, keep her. So my mother said, sure, she can come. Then I saw her and she was living with us. What a beautiful lady, beautiful heart and everything. No flirt, nothing. She was so innocent. But for progressive, westernized, and she's not even in Afghanistan. I heard that she got married to an American. She's in America. She had a son. I met her again. We met later on. My brother also saw her when he wasn't in London with us. The other brother, younger. So you see, Western clothes and such beautiful lady and Western clothes and Western lifestyle, but very good lady, decent. She in London, she made us go and watch. She asked us if we want to. Beauty and Beast, it had come out in the cinema hall. So Afghanis were really great people, good-hearted, so good-hearted. Doesn't matter if you're wearing shorts or you're wearing pants or you're wearing short blouses or sleeveless, it doesn't matter. I saw that in London. You, a woman in who wants to enjoy ill-reputed woman, please come out of this. So this is all the mind which is shaitan, which is evil on one hand, and it deceives you. Like, okay, minds, you know what minds have made. So creative minds, also poetic and literature and all this. So we've gone on the mind. But also, like, what do you think about the insight? Do you think are they creative minds, or is it creative intuitions? So yeah, okay, part of the mind, buildings, tall buildings, progressive, this technology that I'm using thanks to the mind, much grateful, right? So this is all but the mind, which has, I think, which I contemplated, not thought, has deceived us and made religions also and tried to reach that God says he's the creator and all, but to up to a certain point and exploited it, and then come here, and then the women are supposed to be. Some Muslims say this. Even in Muslims, there is not this unity about what at Surah 33 at 59. You get it? And then the shame problem and all this. Oh, and Zoeb Hassan's song, okay, oh, and then my prince, there was some people was graceful is different. You are graceful, but that you have shame and you're such a shy person and कितनी शर्म है इसमें और नजर ना लग जाए चांद सा मुकरा आया है मेरे घर में uh, Ali had this song uh, शर्म ना वो नजर ना लग जाए कितनी शर्म है इसमें look. So grace is something different. I can be graceful and I can be assertive. I can wear short blouses, show my stomach, but have that grace. Just be a normal, natural person, right? Grace is something different. Sharam, shame too much, then it gets to you. And shaitan comes in many ways. Maybe even my principal must have been, this shaitan that tells you, oh, ye sharam, कैसा है शर्माना घबराना अपनों में मेरी जान. Zoeb Hassan song. This is unhealthy. And on one side, it might show that, oh, it is good, a woman being shy and all this. Haya. From the Sunni hadith of Prophet Muhammad, I found that haya is half or part of my religion or what. This, the shame and all this. So how can more? I'll try to show you this shame. It is not natural. It is after Shaitan deceiving Adam and Eve, and they having the fruit. It is from the tree, whatever they had, the fruit. I mean, in the Bible, it says they had what? Which fruit even? But the Quran doesn't say which fruit. Forget the fruit. It just had from the tree. Okay, so showing you that they were naked. So that's why taking also and helping the Christians see this also, right? So they were naked and they had no shame, and Allah had made them like that. Now, after the intervention and the have of Shaitan, they became shameful. So, where if someone is taking you to that place before, what Allah made you before anyone's intervention, deception, or having of the tree. Okay, so there were other fruits too, right? They were having, I think, Imam Raza or someone in Shia Islam says Adam and Eve had everything. Allah had given them everything in heaven, and maybe like from other fruit, other trees, they were having fruits and all this. But this shame, so you can eat, drink water, drink, here like juices and all this, eat and not feel the shame, because if you might object to it saying that, well, the moment they ate something, shame came. I think maybe, yeah. So now we can't go here, we can't go without food, so the shame will always be there with us because we're eating, drinking something or the other. But I wish I could. So how do I come with you, those who would object like this? For the Shias, I think Imam in Hayatul Qulub, Allama Majlisi's book that I had disappeared in Karachi, English translation. I think Imam says that, or Allama Tabatabai, both, one of the, I don't. So Imam says Adam had everything, in the garden paradise, right? And were they eating? And so you'll say, those who would object and say, the eating, the food is the shame, by eating from the forbidden tree. Let's see if I can get both of you to understand Shias and Sunnis. Were they eating from other trees and all? Did they have khorak, a risk? According to Islam, Adam was created, yet material. Yes, I understood. Now, yeah. So this far I haven't gone. Okay, but you see, can we? Is there a place inside? Leave the to leave the flesh. Okay, Allah is there and all this, right? So, is there a spiritual part of us? Is there the soul part of us that is pure? Some part of us that is, the mind doesn't come. Can we go there and see if we feel any shame? Does this feel any shame? Like Muji Baba, pure awareness, right? What is? And sometimes he doesn't say it directly like pure awareness every time. But what is this that is? Does this have any shame? If you are in this, and if you watch a woman, and if she has she has a beautiful voice, an attractive body, a beautiful body, a beautiful face, huh? Now you see someone in London, a Britisher. I was walking, going back to the hostel one night, and from Earlscourt, and this one with half gloves. It was really cold. I was wearing a brown hat, velvet, and jacket, full, like brown jacket, full length. So my hair wasn't showing that, maybe a little bit from the back, but it was like covered. And he told me that you have a beautiful face. Now, what shall I do? Muslims cover my face. So I don't have a beautiful body, nor he didn't see my hair, but I have a beautiful face. So he just said it, by the way. It didn't, to me, it wasn't like assault or, He said, oh, you have a beautiful face. Like that, like a father, mother would say, if you have a beautiful face. Okay. And I don't even believe that. I felt when I was going out that night, I was like, for food, or grocery, I had to, I looked at myself and I was feeling dead person, like dead skin, dead person. right? Unhealthy, dry skin. And I go out and someone tells me you have a beautiful face. A Britisher, my goodness. Now, the point here, a beautiful face. What shall I do then? Muslims. Now I have to cover my face and show one eye. Like, please. So how much hiding, covering? It is not practical. So please see, all this is mind made. And don't go into this cracking your head, brain splitting your hair. Stay away from all these religions. And if there's nothing, there's emptiness. Should you be afraid? What do you want from life? So if you really are passionate, or what? Even passion is not good. Maybe you should convert. Are you for the truth or against? You want the truth? Are you in this religion for the truth, or are you in this religion because it's your ego, it's your religion, it's your mother's religion, it's your father's religion? It's my religion, it's my culture. I've grown up here. I can't leave this religion. This was my life. This is your life, or this is even more than your life, right? So, what are you here for? Because I'm here for the truth. See, I'm a truth seeker. That's why I put ex-Shia. I couldn't put ex-Muslim because I want the Shias to know, especially I want to stress on this that I'm an ex-Shia. And then I can tell the Muslims, Sunni Muslims, that I'm an ex-Muslim and a truth seeker. I'm here for the truth. What are you here for? So if you have that my religion, why is she saying? See, why she saying against Prophet Muhammad would be my Prophet Muhammad. Would you ever question yourself that maybe she's right? She's saying against her prophet because she was a Shia also, and she's saying against a prophet who was a false prophet, and she found out. But you see, when you come here, I know that you're biased, you're prejudiced, you have your own. This is like Islam is yours. It's like something to possess. Your personal property, ownership. That's why the way you Muslims come here saying, I can see it. You're not after the truth. Even Shia, that has Saklan Haider and that Taimur. So please focus. Not even focus. Focusing is bad. Concentration is bad on this. Paying attention or seeing. How do we see? Seeing neutrally first, and seeing from where that you can see this is mind made. So there's no ownership. There's no like, oh, my religion, my prophet. In Hakpe, they cannot see justice, see truth. Oh, this means she came here. She's telling us because she paid attention to truth, justice for all, equality for all. No Muslim has come like this telling me that. Some have come, ex-Muslims have come, and did a few. Grisham, I mean the Hindus or someone else in giving a thumbs up. See what you are here for, please. If so, we have this problem in human beings also, the conflict in us, mind and heart, feelings, head and mind. Oh, sorry, head and the heart, and feelings and thinking, rationality and emotionality. We have this problem, I know. Let's get out of this first, right? These religions, man-made, mind-made. So I'm also afraid, like I'm thinking, if in the Quran ayats, what do I believe? I don't know. The shaitan can inspire, and he's got spiritual powers too. Shaitan has spiritual powers. What shall we do? Where to go? Knowledge, spiritual knowledge that we don't have. They can see us. Shaitan and his people can see us from where we can't see them. So this is another problem we have. And so I'm trying in ways, different ways to show you. So even spirituality, be careful. Spiritual human beings, these fortune tellers, also psychic powers. So how do we make a difference between psychic knowledge, astral and psychic powers? Are they the same? And spiritual powers and spiritual knowledge. Huh? Shaitan can give revelations and all. It, so I don't know. I've left all that and now I'm in nothingness, I guess. And of course, what I've been taught, like worldly things, my course, and I'm okay. I'm going with that as long as I don't encroach upon other people's rights or harm people. Equality for all, humanity I've chosen. So let's start from there. Humanity, equality for all. Like as you would like your women to be protected, other women also you should protect and want them to be protected, not just because they spoke against your culture or your religion. You go and you mess up them or you assault them, right? So this is what I have chosen, and for now, at least I can see, and I hope you can also see from these ayats that I've taken, that this is a mind-made religion. Shame came from. So I went to the root cause. From shame comes all this lust. From that seeing also eyes. So where does this all this lust and everything? It boils down to shame, guilt, shame, right? Shame, shyness, feeling, and when Adam and Eve, thank God, at least God has written this directly in the Bible that they were Corinthians. Oh, now look, some Muslims might give us more problems. Shias, look, you Sunni Muslims, you can understand on this, right? Instead of giving a verbal reply, oh, where was it? Allama Abu Bakr al-Hassad. Oh, sorry, Jassar says. Oh, now I'm losing it. I think I'm mentally tired. So you see all this, like a woman, ill reputed. If you, Allah knows best, so they've spoken for Allah here. Can you believe it? Allah Himself states the reason for enjoining the command, saying this is an appropriate way, but where has Allah said this? That so much, okay, it's an appropriate way by adopting, which Muslim women will be recognized and will remain safe from trouble. Okay, now, evidently, this instruction is being given to those, now they have spoken. Now they expound, explaining further. You get it what I mean by they've spoken for Allah. They've made the interpretation what this actually means and why Allah will. Why Allah? Moreover, I tell you why. Point one, point two, point three. Evidently, this instruction is being given to those women who regard flirtation and stares and evil. Sorry, I just had this like a shock that it's an obstacle in my way for these live streams. So thank you. I think I have to end because I'm in such a shock. And at the same time, I have to help you and help me. Please help me. I have a shock. I have to go. Sorry. Thank you for your time and attention.